28th, and it's not raining, and it is actually 37 degrees, so a little chilly today. How are you today? Please post in the comments. How are you? Yeah, I've been keeping track of what's going on in Jamaica. Yesterday's video, I talked a little bit about Jamaica. It's a special place for me to think about because I was able to go there in 2019 with our school on senior trip. And just hearing about how serious this hurricane is so hard to think about. So I've been praying for them, praying that they have safety. I saw a video this morning. There was a guy in Jamaica, and it was before the storm hit, and he was very confident that they were going to be okay. So I'm going with that. It's not like they never get hurricanes, but this one, I don't know. In the news, they're saying it's like the worst one ever. So please pray for those people even now at this moment. Also, some people got stuck there. You know, they were visiting there and they couldn't get off the island. And I actually, for my honeymoon, I went to Nantucket, which is off the coast of Massachusetts. And it is a little disconcerting when you're on an island and you know you're dependent on someone else to get you off the island. And it's kind of a mind game, you know, telling yourself it'll be okay and all that. We didn't have a storm or anything like that, but I saw an article about it, and the comments were saying, well, you know, these people went on vacation, they knew that there was going to be a hurricane. What were they thinking? Which, you know, my daughter in 2020, she wanted to go on a honeymoon, and they canceled it because of COVID, and she never got her money back. So I know that's part of it. You know, people don't want to waste their money and then they don't get it back. But it's not worth the trauma of living through a hurricane or worse, right? So praying for Jamaica. It sounded like there's some other smaller islands in the way of this storm as well. So just thinking and praying for them. It's a beautiful place. The people there are so nice. I was telling my students that the big phrase in Jamaica is no problem. Everything is low key. Everybody's, you know, easygoing, and definitely not like New Hampshire. Everybody's uptight in New Hampshire. So it's just very hard thing, and just keep praying for them, and I hope that we get good news in a few days. So I am actually headed to school right now. I'm in New Hampshire, and just kind of doing a morning car chat, showing off the beautiful scenery in New Hampshire. If you can see it through the fences. This highway has some fences put up, but the scenery is gorgeous. The morning is very beautiful. I have a 40-minute drive to school, and it's really pretty. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I appreciate it. And I'm a teacher, so I do a lot of teacher stuff on my channel. And in America, we have, you know, free public education. And things aren't going so very well, actually. Public education is kind of having some struggles, but we keep paying more money for a worse product. So last night I went to an event. It was called EDOPT, EDOPT.org. And it was all about education options in New Hampshire. And there was a family there that has a micro school. Have you ever heard of a micro school? I'm going to look into that a little bit. They just kind of take a few people from their neighborhood, you know, they come and their knowledge, and they have